Welcome back. So for today we are going to be starting writing some calculations in Python. We already know some calculations like addition, subtraction, multiplication and all of that, but there are some stuff that are kind of confusing us when we are dealing with calculations. And especially it's going to be in Python, so it's kind of a little bit more confusing. So let's start with addition. When we want to add or apply or make addition, we use the addition sign. So we can come to Google Colab, and from here we can make another text just to make it like, and we have like two hashtags like these ones, just to make it like a subtitle. Okay, we can make it calculation. We try to make it like organized. Okay, and then we need to write or we will need to add a code cell. So we can click here, code, and it is, we have code. And now we can write the calculations that we want to apply. And simply we can write the calculations and it is addition to 9. And when we want to apply this, either when we write the code or when we write simply some calculations like this. When we want Python to calculate it or apply it or execute it, we can just come to here to this apply icon and click on it. Or as you can see here, we have here, it says run cell control enter or control enter. Okay, so it is either we click in here or we can just click the shortcut control enter. It will run. So we have here the result. And here see, we have a green check. So it means in this cell, there is no error, there is no problem, it runs correctly. But if we just add something that make it wrong, and then we click this or we use the shortcut control enter, we use the shortcut control enter. So now as you can see here, it turns to be red, and here we have this exclamation mark. It tells us that there is an error. So when we have green check, it is correct, no problem. But when we have this kind of exclamation mark, it means there is an issue. There is a mistake. And here we can see some like a message about the error. Cannot assign to expression. We cannot use assign to expression. We control enter, so we have the result. Okay. Let's do another thing. We have subtraction and multiplication. We can just click here and enter. We can just click enter to have like another line in the same cell. And we have like this one and run. We have here the result. And the result will be only for the second line. Where is the result for the first one? It is not shown. So here the result will be shown only for the second one. If we want, we can just write another one. So here we can write this, the code in here, and we can run it. So we have the result for this and the result for this. Okay. This is in case we want to have result for each line. So the same thing we can do for the multiplication. Come to here and enter. And then we can write the multiplication that we want and control enter to have the result. And also the result will be only for the last line. Now let's go to something about division. Let's write another code. And here we are going to write something about the division. And also we have something called for division. What is the difference? We'll see. Let's write, for example, like 12 divided by 5, okay? And click on this one or control enter. We have the result is going to be 2.4 because 12 divided by 5 is going to be 2, and we have also 4 as like remainder. Let's click on this one and let's make it 12 double multiplication, which is called here floor division, and say 5 and control enter. So as you can see here, we have the result is 2. So the difference between division and floor division is going to be division, we have the result, and even we have decimal places. Okay, for floor division, it's not, we are not going to have decimal places, only integer. Okay, so this is the difference. So if you want only integers or no decimal places, we can use the floor division. After that, we have the module or module, yeah. We have, which is the reminder. So we can do the same thing for this one. We can say 12 and module and 5, enter. So this is, we are going to have only the reminder. Because 12 divided by 5 is 2, and we have 2 as a reminder. So this we use it when we have a reminder, and we can use spaces between them or no spaces. There is no issue. The last thing that we have here is exponential, okay, which is like when we want to to make a multiplication for number of times. For example, I have 5 and I want to make this multiplication like 5 multiplied by 5 by 5 by 5 like 6 times. So I can come to here and say double double asterisk and then 6. So it is gonna be like 5 multiplied by itself like 6 times. 5 multiplied by 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. 6 times. Control enter. So we have here the result. We can make it like a smaller one. We can make it 2. So it is going to be 25 because it is 5 multiplied 2 times. 5 multiplied by 5, it's going to be 25. Let's go to the some confusions that we can have. The first one is what we already know is division and floor division. We said division, it is going to, we are going to get like the integer plus the decimal places. But in the floor division, we only have integer, no decimal places. Another confusion is like the order. Okay, the order of execution. So if we say, for example, we have here the result 2. Let's start from here. What do you think the result will be? 2 plus 5 multiplied by 3. Do we first calculate this one and then calculate the result with the 3, or no, or the opposite? Here it is gonna be starting by, when we say the result, we have 17. And why did that happen? Because first it started with multiplication or division. If we have multiplication or division, will be executed first. So here, 5 multiplied by 3 is going to be 15. Then 15 plus 2, it's going to be 17. Okay? So if we have division or multiplication, they are going to be executed first, then the result. If we have subtraction or addition or anything. Okay? So this is the number 1. Number 2, what do you think is the result? Is it going to be 17? Well, let's check. Here, this is 1, and let's make it, we have inside brackets, we have 2 multiplied, or 2 plus 5, and then the result multiplied by 3. When we execute it, we see the result is 21. Why did that happen? That happened because first, what is inside the brackets will be executed. 2 plus 5 is 7. So the result is 7 inside the brackets, and then what is inside the brackets will be executed or calculated. So 7 multiplied by 3 is 21. So this is what you need to know when we have series or multiple like calculations. First, the multiplication or division will be executed first, then what we have, for example, addition or subtraction or any other one. But if we have brackets, then what is inside the brackets will be calculated first, whatever it is, subtraction, addition, multiplication, or whatever. After that, what is the result from those brackets will be calculated with outside what is outside the brackets. So these are the things that you need to know, and this is all about calculations and how we can apply calculation. Why this is important? Because we always will be using these ones when we calculate, for example, sales or customers or whatever we want to calculate is going to be using or any one of these. So we need to understand them fully.